In July of 2018, something extraordinary happened inside one of France's most secure prisons. Not a riot, not a hostage crisis, not an internal failure, but an escape so bold, so carefully executed, that it stunned the nation and embarrassed the French justice system. In less than 10 minutes, a convicted criminal walked out of prison. Not through the gates, not through a tunnel, but through the air. This is the true story of Redouane Fade, and the helicopter escape that seemed impossible. Redouane Fade was not an ordinary criminal. For years, French authorities considered him one of the most dangerous men in the country. He wasn't known for reckless violence. He was known for planning. Fade studied his targets meticulously. He used disguises. He rehearsed. He treated crime like strategy. But in 2010, during a botched robbery, a police officer was killed. Fade was captured shortly after. The court sentenced him to decades in prison. To many, the case was closed. But for Fade, it was only the beginning. This wasn't Fade's first time behind bars. And it wouldn't be his first escape. In 2013, he shocked authorities by escaping another prison using explosives and hostages. That escape changed everything. When he was eventually recaptured, the state made a decision. Redouane Fade would be placed in one of France's most secure facilities, a prison designed to hold men who never leave. Row Prison sits south of Paris. From the outside, it looks impenetrable. High concrete walls, guard towers, electronic surveillance, controlled movement. Inside, every detail is regulated. When inmates move, when doors open, who watches whom. Fade was constantly monitored. Authorities believe this level of security made escape impossible. What they underestimated was patience. For months, possibly years, Fade waited. He observed routines, shift changes, moments of predictability. He read, he exercised, he stayed quiet. To the guards, he appeared compliant. But behind that calm exterior, a plan was forming, not underground, not through force, but from above. Fade knew one thing. No prison is built to defend against the sky. On the outside, accomplices prepared. They secured a helicopter. They trained. They timed every second. This wasn't desperation. It was coordination, and it would all depend on surprise. July 1st, 2018, a calm Sunday morning. Inside Row Prison, it was business as usual. Then a sound, low at first, distant, a hum. Guards looked up. The sound grew louder, unmistakable. A helicopter was approaching. Before alarms could fully process what was happening, it descended directly into the prison grounds, not outside the walls. Inside them, the helicopter touched down. Armed men jumped out. They released smoke grenades. Thick white smoke filled the courtyard. Visibility collapsed. Sirens began to scream. Guards scrambled, unsure whether this was an attack, a distraction, or something worse. Inside the confusion, one man moved with certainty. Redouane Fade. He ran. Not blindly, not frantically, but exactly where he needed to go. The entire operation lasted less than 10 minutes. No prolonged gunfight, no negotiation, no dramatic showdown. Fade reached the helicopter. He climbed in. The rotors spun faster, and just like that, the helicopter lifted off, carrying Redouane Fade back into the open sky. The prison was left behind, silent, stunned. The reaction was immediate. How is this possible? Who failed? How could no one stop it? News outlets across France ran the story nonstop. Government officials demanded answers. Row Prison, once a symbol of security, became a symbol of humiliation. This was no longer just a criminal escape. It was a national embarrassment. Fade disappeared. Authorities launched a massive manhunt. Highways were monitored, safe houses raided, associates questioned. Fade knew how this worked. He avoided phones, stayed indoors, moved carefully, but escape only buys time, not freedom. 3 months later, police found him. An apartment outside Paris. No helicopter. No resistance. The man who once vanished into the sky was back in custody. This time, under conditions even stricter than before. Fade received additional years added to his sentence. His accomplices were arrested. Security protocols across France were reviewed and rewritten because one man had proven something uncomfortable. Even the strongest systems have blind spots. A helicopter landing inside a prison. 10 minutes of chaos. Years of consequences. Redoing Fade didn't stay free, but his escape left a permanent mark. It challenged assumptions, exposed weaknesses, and reminded the world that reality can sometimes feel more cinematic than fiction. This wasn't a movie. It was real, and it happened